Alright, hello everybody. One last time here. Went by the second flea market on my way home. Went in there real quick. It was starting to rain. It's just late in the afternoon, so you're looking at about 4 o'clock, so it wasn't too long before they closed. Went through there and picked up a few things. Picking up a couple of things for early Christmas gifts. Trying to get a jump on that. It's like I said in the last video. And found some neat stuff. Found a couple of things for my dad, which is usually hard to do. I don't know, as you get older, I guess it gets harder for people to find gifts for you. But picked up a couple of things I think he'll like. I'll show them off here. There's a guy who was selling. These aren't vintage or anything. These are new. He was selling these reproduction tin signs. And back in the day, my dad was a biker, a Harley man. Unfortunately, he's got some nerve damage in his legs. He's losing a lot of the feeling in his legs. Makes it hard to walk. So you can imagine it makes it even harder to ride. But he still likes Harley Davidson decor and stuff like that. So I picked up a couple of these tin signs. This is kind of an older style Harley logo. I think he'll like that pretty well. He can hang that up in his room or over his seat on the couch. Yeah, I think that's pretty neat. And they're all real tin. Like I said, they're new, not vintage, but guy had a pretty good deal on them. I've seen these in a lot of places. People charge anywhere from $15 to $30 for these signs. The guy had them basically for $12 a piece. It's not that bad. So I picked up 2 of them. Picked up the second one here. Just kind of another older logo. And it also contains early patent dates for their engines, as you can see, running all the way from 1910 to 1926, which I thought was pretty neat to have a list like that. So I think he'll find that pretty cool. And it's cool, they even had them bubble wrap for to take home, protect them. So yeah, so cool. That's a couple of Christmas things out of the way. Also, as I was leaving, I came across this vendor selling some pretty neat things. So I picked up something for my sister. So I hope she doesn't see this video. But it's an oil burner, and it's a plug-in. It's got a little knob here. It's a light bulb inside, and it's a dimmer switch for it. And it's got a little dolphin, cut-out dolphin theme with the blue glass behind it. Little spot for the oil burner, and the light heats up the oil, and it makes it smell good. And I don't know. She's into dolphins. I figure she'd probably like this. And those weren't expensive, so picked up one of those for her. So cool. Alright, got a little bit of early Christmas shopping done. So I went to a comic vendor there at the second flea market, and he does almost all his books 50% off. So picked up 5 books from him this week. Didn't have a whole lot of new stuff. He did have a nice run of Green Lantern, Green Arrow from issue 89, which was the last issue of like the first run. It ended in 1972, and then he had issue 90, which started back up in 76. And between that time, apparently Green Lantern and Green Arrow were pushed to the back of Flash comics. I guess maybe their sales were down. So DC put them in the back of Flash comics. They were like a secondary story running at that time. But I guess the popularity picked back up, so they kept this original numbering 4 years later in '76 with number 90. So you had 89 and 90, and then all the way to issue 102. And I thought when I saw him, he had just gotten those earlier, a little earlier that day, and he was actually going through them and pricing them. Thought I saw, as he was thumbing through them, the first appearance of John Stewart. Can't remember exactly what number it is, but I know the cover. I think everybody knows the cover because it has John Stewart on the front, and he's kind of standing over Hal Jordan. It's a white cover with the, the Green Lantern suits and all, and you have John Stewart with the afro standing there. Can't forget that cover. I swear I saw it. But he said somebody else had already taken a look at them, and he hadn't had them priced yet, so the guy was waiting for him to price them. He was coming back, so he had first dibs on those. I was like, okay, cool. So I looked at the other Green Lanterns, and there were some good issues in there, and I thought about grabbing some, but he didn't want to break up that whole set, which I can understand, and I couldn't afford the whole set, so I passed that up. But I went through his stuff, found some other things. Found two Batman one-shots I was surprised to find. I've never read them before. I've heard a lot of good stuff about them. I remember when they came out years ago in the 90s. They had a lot of critical acclaim. I think they won awards. The first one was the Batman Seduction of the Gun, which is their one-shot they did about gun safety. It's supposed to be a really good story. And he had it in nice price, so got up $3, half off, so it was $1.50. Really good shape. A little creasing on the spine, not too bad. But other than that, really good. He also had this. I remember hearing a lot about this. This issue was actually put out during the 90s when the trouble was there in Europe, during Bosnia and that area. It was Batman Death of Innocence, the Horror of Landmines. And I remember them talking about this story because it's a Batman story that does not have a happy ending, as you can see with the cover. I haven't read it, but I remember the big deal with this was through the whole issue, as he saves people, he comes across this little girl at the end, and he's leading her out. And you think everything's fine. It's Batman. He's got the little girl. Everything's fine. But she sees something on the ground. She thinks it's a toy. And she's, says like, oh, look, a toy. And she goes to pick it up. And before Batman can even react, it's a landmine. And she activates it and kind of dies right in front of Batman. Been wanting to read this for a long time. Around me, it's really hard to find. So I had to pick it up. He had it $4, so I got it for $2. Again, it's got a little bit of spine damage, a couple of small creases, not bad. Picked it up anyway. $2. Supposed to be a great read. And I picked up this issue here. I believe it is the first appearance of Superboy Prime. It's DC Comics Presents number 87. It's one of the Crisis tie-ins. It's in pretty good shape. Probably a fine plus. He had it marked for $6, so I got it for $3. Not bad. And then he shows me, because he knows I like X-Men, and he sees me going through his X-Men boxes. He shows me a couple of issues that he had, and I don't know, they're not in good shape. These are definitely reader copies, but I don't know, he had them marked one for 11, one for 19, so that would have been what, $30, half off. Makes it 15 for the two. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have. But, I don't know, I don't find these early issues at all. So, I had to pick this up. It's X-Men number 31. And as you can see, someone has written their initials there. And it's got some good bit of cover wear, creasing. It's a little bit of that corner missing. See all the creasing down at the bottom. And actually this corner here is missing. So I'm actually looking at this one was the $11 book, so I got it for, you know, $5.50, which I guess isn't too bad for an early X-Men. Again, you know, don't find these Silver Age X-Men anywhere around here, so yeah, I picked those up. And this last issue here, he had, as he showed me these, he's also telling me earlier that morning he sold Amazing Spider-Man 121. He said it was probably about a 9.0, 9.2 for $300, and 122 he said he sold. He didn't say how much on that one. So apparently he came in some pretty decent stuff lately. So I picked this up. This one he had marked for 19. You know, half of that is $9.50. I don't know. It's a key Silver Age book. It's a key X-Men book. It's in pretty bad shape. But oh well. I don't know. It's the first appearance of Banshee. X-Men number 28. So I went ahead and grabbed it too. Spent a little more than I'd like to. I still ended up on the day comics spending about $30 total between the two places. This being the most expensive stuff. You can see the wear on it, creasing. It's got a long crease that runs from here, see, all the way down. So it's in pretty bad shape, but it's a key X-Men book. First appearance of Banshee. Here, what the hell? He had those bagged. Even though they're in bad shape, I don't know, maybe a little while before I can find upgrade copies, if I even find upgrade copies at an affordable price. So I went ahead and put them in last couple of Mylars I had. So that was it from the second vendor. Just 5 books, but I think you see why. I spent more there on those 5 books than on the 30 at the first flea market. But couldn't pass those up. Some good stories and you know, some good early X-Men issues. Christmas gifts out of the way, or at least a few. Cool. Well, that'll do it for this weekend. Got to work tomorrow. Got some good news coming up. I'll save that for another video. Don't want to jinx myself. I'm sure everybody knows how that is, but got something in the works that's hopefully going to make things a little easier for me. Hopefully a new job lined up. I can get out of working at the restaurant all the time. Probably still be there part-time just to help out and to have a little extra cash, because their hours are really flexible, which is the best thing about working at a restaurant. Anyway, I don't want to ramble on. It's a pretty good day, I suppose. Nothing really major except for first appearance of Banshee in horrible shape, but it is the first appearance, Silver Age key. That makes like 3 Silver Age keys that I have. The other 2 are not from Marvel or DC, so they're kind of minor keys. That would be my most major Silver Age key, so I'm still really happy to have that. So great, guys and gals, y'all have a good weekend and a good coming up week. I'll be posting another video here in a couple of days, lining up some things to talk about, and it'll be a little bit different video. So I appreciate everybody watching. Love all the comments and the subscribers. You guys are great. I try to subscribe to just about everybody that subscribes to me, and try to keep up with videos. Like I said, I don't really watch TV a whole lot anymore. I'm just counting down to Walking Dead. So we're at less than a month, so yes. Oh, also recently, just sitting here, I'll just show this. I picked up, I'm a kid at heart, sorry. I picked up DuckTales, the volume 1 on DVD. They had it at Walmart for $9.99. It's a 3-disc set. I think there's 20-30 episodes between the 3 discs, so that was pretty cool. And check them out. I don't like Walmart a lot. I go in there as little as possible. Horrible service, but sometimes you just have to go in there. They have what you're looking for at the best price, or nobody else around has it, because Walmart kind of drives everything else away. But they have some good deals on DVDs. Picked that up, and picked up first season, or at least the first 36 episodes of the original Twilight Zone for $9.99 as well, I think it was. So that's pretty cool. It's in the back room. I won't go grab that. Okay, enough rambling. Like I said, everybody have a good weekend, a good week coming up. We'll talk to everybody in a couple of days. Another video. Appreciate everything. If you'd like to leave comments, tell me I talk too much. Cool. Anyway, y'all guys have a good weekend. Guys and gals, take care.